Hi, this is Polly Harton. I'm doing the video section of the Living Legacy Project. The couple that I chose was Priscilla and Aquilla. I believe they're the most impactful, influential ministry couple in the Bible. They were teachers, they were disciplers, they were church builders. They traveled with Paul. They were business people. They were tent makers. And in Ephesians 4:11, the gifting that lands for them is teaching and the apostolic gift. Had a powerful ministry. They had partnerships, discipleships. They were doing a lot. They contributed in the teaching. They worked with Paul. They supported church planting. That's the apostolic side. They traveled with Paul. That's the apostolic. But they hosted house churches, and that's when the teaching. They served together as a married team in ministry. They discipled others. They lived that teacher gift. They clarified doctrine. They did that in Acts 18, verse 24 through 28, when they met Apollos. Apollos was a great teacher, great leader, but he was teaching under still the revelatory of John the Baptist. And they modeled it with humility. That's what Priscilla and Aquilla did. They listened to his teaching and they took him to the side. They invited him in and they taught them the doctrine of Jesus. They empowered others to grow. And that's what they did. They really taught. They used everyday life, home, work, travel, and they created a teaching environment. Their partnership showed in everything that they did. It was beautiful. And they influenced people in their home. They had home gatherings, small church groups. They did discipling. And, it's kind of like the modern church. We do that now. We do life groups. They do house churches. And we can do that now still. We can do Bible trainings. They can do business marital groups. They can do marriage ministries. So they really impacted. They can really be a great impact even now in ministry. And that's why I picked them. Great teachers. They were integral. They were humble. And I believe that God can use ordinary people to do great things. And I love that they worked behind the scenes. They weren't in the limelight. They were faithful in what they were doing. And that really impacted me. Their faithfulness, their integrity of the word. They clarified things in humility. They were faithful.